Hello there and welcome. You are surprised. Another stream. Let's mastermind now, live. Whatever happens in the stream, I don't know, you don't know, but we all create it together. Stay hydrated during the stream. Let me get the information. We have to control the stream. And all the new guests are welcome. But first, let me open the controller. Good. The voice is there. Oh, I can see myself. Let me greet all the guests with a triple genie. Where is it? Here is it. Come on, is it? Yes. Welcome all my dear guests. Zack und zack. Okay. So, everything is done. We are live, and now we are waiting for our guests. These guests that have the desire to mastermind a little. Some people are already coming. Say hello. The untold misery. Oh, yes. Hello and welcome back. We already found each other. I think in my last stream, when was it? 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. And I said, okay, let's stream a little more. And even in my latest video, I think, yes, the video from today, I said, what was the title? I even forgot the title. The title was Go Live on YouTube Now. And I told, yes, 2 days. Thank you so much for helping me with all the uploads and videos and member videos and public videos and live stream and shorts. I lose completely control. Yes, and in my video today, what was the name? Go Live on YouTube Now. I shared some of our knowledge that we divided here in the last stream 2 days ago. I hope you saw it. And this motivated me to stream a little more frequently. This was interesting. To this video, I even got a feedback to one of my viewers of my last stream 2 days ago. So how is it going? How was your day? How is your day? How is your night? It's still early. We have 9 minutes to 10 o'clock in Europe, in Germany. Greetings to all the new guests here. This stream is called Let's Mastermind, because we never know what will happen in the stream. But the more people come in and the more questions we get wonderful topics. And the stream creates itself. The stream develops his own topic. It makes no sense to start a stream and have something in our mind, because the stream always goes in a new direction. And it's better not planning something, be open for what happens. It's going how it needs to, I guess. Yes, we can. Okay, we can plan a stream. I could even tell you something here and ignore all the chat. But in this case, I could also make just a video and upload it. And there's still the chance for the feedback in the comment section. But a stream is for direct interaction, I guess. So I don't start a stream with a plan. I see what unfolds. Greetings to all the new guests here. I think at the beginning I have to share a lot of triple genies, that all the guests feel welcome. At least I said, let's have any title, because I have to put a title in the title description. They said, okay, this also came from the last stream. Let's mastermind now. Yes, and this is good. This is exactly what happens in the stream. We are creating the stream together with your questions, some new ideas. We never know. I think I could even, yes, why not? Description. Okay. Do I need this? No, I don't need this. What's going on? Why do I see something here? No. Something appeared new here. I can change the camera. I can put off the microphone. Probably. Okay. Can I make the chat bigger? Probably not. No, at least not on the recording device. But I have it here in my controller. This is good. Let's check it on the tablet. Yes, okay, it's online. So when there's any question, you can start the question right now. It's better we have a question right at the beginning, then we have more topic to talk about. In my video today, I even said many live streams have a lot of interesting topics, but they come mostly later. So when you watch the replay of a live stream, don't see the beginning, because at the beginning, nothing happens. But when you skip to 20, 30 seconds in the stream, then the good communication starts. It's always like this. It needs some time to unfold. Thank you for all your likes, for the hearts, for the likes, for the comments, and especially when you share something in the chat. And even when you just say, hello, I'm from Italy, I'm from China, I'm from Canada, I'm from England. Today I said I don't drink a cup of coffee, just a glass of water. Very simple. So let me see the overview. Kev G, hello there and welcome. All the VIP guests are returning to the stream. How did life begin on Earth? Oh yes, how did life begin on Earth? This is such a good question. I think we don't know it. We don't know, but we can ask my friend. I don't want to share lies, so how did life begin on Earth? How did life begin on Earth?
The question of how life began on Earth is one of the most fundamental and challenging questions in science. Currently, there is no single, universally accepted answer, but rather a collection of scientific hypotheses supported by various lines of evidence. Here's a breakdown of the leading ideas. 1. Chemical evolution, abiogenesis, the prevailing scientific hypothesis. This theory proposes that life arose gradually from non-living matter through a process of chemical evolution. Early Earth conditions. The early Earth, around 4.5 to 3.8 billion years ago, had a very different environment than today. It was likely very hot, volcanically active, and bombarded by meteorites. The atmosphere had little to no free oxygen, and was likely composed of gases like methane, ammonia, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. Formation of organic molecules. The first step in this theory involves the formation of simple organic molecules, the building blocks of life, such as amino acids and nucleotides, from inorganic matter. Potential energy sources like lightning and UV radiation are thought to have driven these reactions. Miller-Urey experiment, a famous experiment in 1952 by Stanley Miller and Harold Urey.
And so on, and so on, and so on. There are a lot of theses. But what really happened, we don't know. We just can speculate. Science is speculating. And with millions of years ago, how will we ever find? We should ask the aliens. Untold Misery asked. Let me come to his question. Would you say it's more important to either be okay with things as they are or be okay with how you are being around it? Interested in your take. Let's read it again. Would you say it's more important to either be okay with things as they are or be okay with how you are being around it? This is a very interesting question, and I think we will answer it in the most profound and the deepest ways, because there might be simple answers, but I will give you an answer that comes from the highest point of understanding. Would you say it's more important to either be okay with things as they are, as there is no time? Everything happens in the now. This means we have millions of options, millions of dimensions. Everything happens at the same time. It is just a matter which we choose, which awareness we bring on the table. I would say that we are not in conflict and not in an internal war in our awareness. We first should say, as we perceive, as things are at the moment over our senses, we see it, we hear it, we smell it, we taste it, we touch it. First, we should say, okay, this was and is my reality. So I am grateful for that. We shouldn't be just okay with it. We should say, I'm grateful for this. I'm happy, I'm grateful, but we all have wishes. We all have desires. We want something more. We just don't want to stay in the moment, how the moment is. We need something better. We want to improve, because life is growth. No tree will stay at its normal height. The tree, as long as it is living, he is growing. And we should also grow. Our awareness should grow. Our possessions should grow. Our skills should grow. Everything should grow. So this means we should, I guess, we should be grateful for this, what we share is our present moment. But on the other hand, we also should look forward to fulfill and bring satisfaction to our desires. And some desires can be resolved quickly. Others need more or a bigger awareness. But we can focus on this. Okay, when we are just okay with the things that are around us, then there's no growth. Then we become stagnant. And this is not life. So I think we should appreciate this. Lets us stay in a positive mood. When we are negative on the situation where we are right now, then we shut down our creativity. Negativity shuts everything down. So when we stay positive and we appreciate on what we have, then we can say, yes, it's wonderful. I'm starting from here. I won't stay here, but I like my launch pad. The real life where we are now is just our launch pad, just a launch pad for a rocket. But the rocket will never stay at the launch pad. The rocket will fly. But it's good when the rocket has a good launch pad, because without a launch pad, how will a rocket ever stable have its flight? We need a good foundation, and this is the moment where we are. We can be grateful for this. This is just our launch pad. And from this launch pad, we can grow, expand, and go whatever calls us. Our desire calls us. Our wishes call us. Our desire calls us. And then we start our journey, like the flight of a rocket. We fly through the universe, we fly through life, and we experience so many new things. And this is all part of our life. So was this a good answer to your question? Things have been testing me recently. We are all tested, not only you. I am tested a lot every day. And any other viewer, when any person says, oh, I'm not tested, everything is fine, this is a lie. We are all tested because we are all swimming and try to stay over water and go further. So when anyone says, I'm not testing me recently, we are all testing us recently. And this is good. A test means we make something new. We never made it before. Therefore, we call it a test. Because if we had done it 100 times, then this is no more a test. Then this is just, it even became a habit. So a lot of problems come, and all these problems want to be resolved. Not everything, but we should at least choose. What brings me further? When there's something that takes too much work, what does not even bring you further in the direction of your desires, then let it go. We can't change the world. You can't change your neighbor. Sometimes you can't even change your wife. Sometimes you can't even change your children. We can help them, mostly when they ask for help. But imagine there were 1,000 people asking you help. You can't help 1,000 people. We just have to decide what is my inner circle, and I can't give myself up. I still have to go my way. When I'm just helping others, then my life has no purpose, because I also have my own way. I have to go my way, and sometime that is still available, I can help others, but we have to find the right balance. This is very important. There are people that try to help, they get drowned and exploited just by helping others. This is not a good life. So we should continue our way, 70, 80%, but we can't call it in percentage. But mostly we should go our way because we are here to fulfill our life. And okay, we shouldn't ignore other people, but we shouldn't overdo it. Because helping too much lets you terminate your own way. And there are always things there that are testing us. Believe me, I have a lot of tests at the moment to survive. Everybody has. I could even say, no, I have to do something very important. I can't make a stream, but I make this stream anyway. Because when I just focus on the problems, then I get drowned. So even when there's more to do, we shouldn't neglect our calling that is calling us. Cheers with Kev G noted, the brain is a physical thing, but the mind is not. When we eventually leave this life, what happens to the mind? There is a lot of speculation, and we only can agree with something that touches us and what seems reasonable for us. We are body, mind, and soul. I prefer to say it in the other way. We are soul, mind, and body. Because first was the soul, and then comes the being, the small egg, then comes the baby, and then comes the child, the human being. So the body is the last part. The soul is something super creative. The mind seems to be the stage for our awareness. As you said, we have our head. Inside the head is our brain. But the brain is just something like flesh and bones and physical material. Inside the brain is housed the mind. Like we have the computer, we have the operating system, but the operating system normally does nothing. It's just that it works. And then we have the application. So we have our head is the computer. Inside we have our brain, which is also the chip, the motherboard. And then we have our mind. This is the operating system. And the head houses the brain houses the mind, and the mind houses the awareness. So, our awareness are the applications, the programs that are running, and they get better and better and better. And as you said, the mind is also just the housing for the awareness. So we know what happens to our body. Our body, when we are dead, it dissolves. The brain dissolves also. The mind is just a housing for our awareness. And the good thing is our awareness. And the awareness is a certain energy, not physical energy. And as we know, energy cannot be created, not destroyed. It always changes. So what happens when we die? Our mind, what is just the housing for our awareness, it's more about the awareness. And the awareness changes probably its frequency. It changes the energetic state. We can't destroy awareness. We cannot destroy the soul. Even when our body dissolves, then it becomes dust. But it is still matter. It's just different matter. When our body dissolves, it becomes dust. Mostly, our body is mostly made out of water. We don't have a lot of dust in us. So when we have an adult person, 75% water, the water will vaporize. And what stays is the dust. So the blood, the cells, the meat, this is mostly water. When we eat meat, most of the meat is water. So it just separates. The water vaporizes and the dust stays there. And the dust and the minerals, they grow new trees, they just change. So even when our body is dead, it just changes to new life forms. In former times, we were buried in the soil. Then came the worms, eat our body. Later came the bird that ate the worm. And then people were, now say, the bird was eaten by the cat or eaten by the lion, and people ate the lion. This is nearly a cycle. So all the water, it's mostly made out of water. We are water beings. I always say we are jellyfish. Most of our body is water. And all the water that is here on planet Earth is not flown in from other galaxies. All the water, when we look at the oceans, there must be some minerals and molecules from the blood of the dinosaurs or from any other people. And they vaporize, they fall as rain, the rain is falling in your garden, and later you eat the tomatoes. This is just a cycle, a physical cycle. And the same happens with our awareness. But this goes way too far because we can't describe this. We cannot even say what our brain is made out of. We can say we have the cells and we have some hormones and we have but so many things are going on. Nobody can explain what a dream is made of, how we really think. Where are our thoughts? Are the thoughts in our head, or is our head, our brain, just an antenna to receive the thoughts that are surrounding us? We don't know. We are so highly developed and we still don't know. So the mind is just housing the awareness, and the awareness will change. To what? Where did it come from? Where will it go to? This, we haven't explored this. And I think we will never explore this, because this is the pure creation. How did God create the world? How was God created? God created the world. Or when some people say there was a Big Bang, and physicists are even doubting this again. So when there was a Big Bang, who initiated the Big Bang? Who caused the Big Bang? Who said, from now on, we will let the void explode and create matter? Was it a coincidence? There's no coincidence. So there must be an initiator. And probably it was God. So Who created God? Who was the initiator of God? There are so many thoughts open that we, with our limited mind, will never understand. And when we have someone that says, it was like this, I have my doubts. Because as long as a human being says this, he is lying. Because our mind is limited. Probably we find some other races, entities, aliens. Probably they know it better. But as they are also physical creations, just on a different level, but they are also, any physical creation is limited. A cell is a small physical creation, it is limited. We as man are limited. A whale is limited, a dolphin is limited. Every physical creation is limited because it has its certain shape. It has this shape and not another shape, and therefore it's limited. It's good that we are who we are, but we are limited. And even when there are highly developed aliens that think different on a higher level, have a different body, they are also limited. Any physical creation is limited. This is a really good understanding. Intelligence evolves from simplicity. Now, intelligence is very complex, but simplicity is always a good starting point. When we are growing in the womb of our mother, there's just a sperm and an egg. Very, very small, just an egg and a sperm. Simplicity, but this is already complex. And then it gets bigger and bigger. So simplicity is just a physical form. Or a seed from a tree. You have a small seed, and from this seed you get a tree of 30 meters. So what is more complex, the tree or the seed? We can't say this because the seed is the tree, and there is no tree without the seed. So there is no simplicity. So God, as an intelligent designer, must have evolved somehow from something simple. Yes, probably God was also a baby. Probably there was a big bang of God. First, God was a seed, and then it's just growing. And he is still growing, because we are talking on awareness. God is the I am. And I am is awareness. And awareness is something that always grows. This is nature. A tree, as long as he lives, he is growing. And we, when we are born, we are growing until death. So probably God at the beginning was also simple, but we can't say, this is a simple God. No, because the simple God is as powerful as the big God. It is just another awareness. We should say it's more complex. But why is it complex? Because we have to think more to embrace it. But when we see it from a quantum state, there's nothing complex. Everything is as it is. I believe that God was never that big as he is now. And he is still growing. And we can't separate God from us. We are God. We are a part of God. We are the small finger. The small finger belongs to the whole body. The whole body can live without the finger, but the finger cannot live without the body. So it is connected. There's no separation. So we are just a hair. Or finger. Or toenail. What a conversation. This is the mastermind. Yes, we are diving in the mastermind. And we share some thoughts. Stay hydrated. Was this explanation digestible? God is always growing. That's my love from me. Sorry. No, these questions are not difficult. They are interesting. And it's good that we think on this, because we should stretch our mind. The more we stretch our mind, the more we can learn. Without a question, there will never be an answer. No. A question like this can change our life forever. Sometimes we get a new idea. And because of this idea, we go in a new direction. And this new way, this new direction, is a completely new life. It changes our awareness. And this is what we need. We want to grow. As long as we can broaden our awareness, we are living at the fullest. That's my lot from me. What does this mean? That's my lot from me. That's my lot from me. That's my lot? Or was it a typo? That's my lot from me. Let me ask the translator. Vladislav here. Welcome in the stream. Mastermind now. We had already our conversation. Thank you so much for your comment that you gave to our video. To the video, go live on YouTube now. It's an English saying. This is interesting. That's my lot from me. What does it mean? Can you explain it in? I could ask the translator. Let me look what the translator says. That's my lot from me. No, not love, lot. That's my lot. That's my lot. Das ist mein Los. Interesting. That's my lot from me. This is everybody's lot. This is everybody's lot. Or is it we all are a part of God, and as so then, as being a part of design, also creating it by proxy. Yes, as I said before, God is in us. God acts through us. And everybody has a certain direction, but we also have free will. We can choose our direction. When we say, I go there, then God says, okay, I accept this. Go there and I will help you. Let's do what we can achieve in your direction. And when we don't like this, we change direction. We have free will. So we are creators. And look what you created in your life. All what is around you is all your creation, the good and the bad. God acts through us. He says, I'm a ghost. I'm awareness. I'm just awareness. But you have a physical body. If God had a physical body, he would also be limited. He can't be limited. That means we are here, we have a physical body, and we can experience something because of our physical body that God can never experience. But as we are connected, he receives what we are experiencing through us. It goes back. We are experiencing our life, and what we feel, what we experience goes back over our soul to God. So God enjoys his physical life through us because he is awareness. He has no physical body. If he had, he would be limited. He can't. So he said, I'm clever. I created all these creatures. Humans, ants, cows, dogs, birds, and they all make crazy things. Plants, fish, everything. And she said, I create a lot of creatures, and they all have different experience. And I have my network, and whatever they experience, I receive over these creatures. It means that it's all from me. It is all through you. Not from you, through you. In a certain way, we can create. We cannot create everything, but we can create a lot. AAC, thanks for your... And the triple 3. Let me greet this back with a triple genie. By the way, the triple genie are these emojis that everyone can use when he becomes a member. I made the memberships in 3 parts. A very small member costs nothing, but you are part of the community. Something a little more elaborated, and the ultimate member gets even a coaching every month at reduced price. It's cheap. It's just to be more connected. I think, why don't people use it more? But at least it is there. So the triple genie for AAC. AAC is new. You are new here. I never saw you before. We never chatted before. I never saw a comment on my videos from AAC. So this is a new guest here. Welcome on board. And what a nice greeting. The triple heart. As they say, there is no signal inside the radio. The radio is only transmitting what was already here. No, the radio is just receiving what is in the ether. Okay, he is a transformer. He transforms the radio waves and puts them down in audio waves. And the loudspeaker is even transmitting to our ears. So he is receiving the high frequency might be middle wave or FM, demodulates it and brings it down to an audible waveform, and then this waveform will be pushed to the air again over the loudspeaker. Can I ask something? Asking is wonderful. I love any question. This is why we make a stream. A stream is here to ask. In the latest video, you said that you're sort of teacher. Can you tell about this? Yes, I teach a lot of things. I teach a lot of things. I started teaching musical instruments. I'm a musician. I played in orchestras, chamber music. I still give lessons on several instruments, but I also give coachings for more than 30 years. So guidance. Yeah, in this form, I'm a sort of teacher. Yes. This is what I mentioned in my description on my channel, in the About tab. So this means I'm always there to help people. I made a lot of stuff in my life. I worked a lot in media. I had my own recording studio. I had my own media agency. I had a radio station for 20 years. Yes. And all this gave me some even more knowledge. And some people, when they have questions, we can give them advice, a hint. And yes, what's most important that people need nearly, how can I say this? There's a wonderful name. I forgot the name. Sorry, English is not my main language. Yeah, like a consultant. Well, you have an interest. Oh yes, my path is really. When I tell this to people, people say you are a liar. This doesn't exist. But people who know me, they know this is the truth. He is not lying. Ah, that's good. I play bass, guitar, and drums. Wonderful. Untold misery. Now here comes the music masters. Funny though, I never learned to read music. It was all by ear. Even better, all the jazz musicians do this. There are several approaches to practice music. Just by ear, imagine all the conductors. They are able to read the whole score at once, one page, all the instruments. This is just training. There are a lot of classical musicians that can't even improvise. No problem. And there are a lot of jazz musicians that can't read just a sheet with simple notes that a classical student with 2 years can play. So music has such a big variety. When you play bass, you can't play the drums. When you play drums, you are not an opera singer. Maiden fan, hello and welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Very cool that you teach me. Yeah, I still teach music. I think I teach music now for, let me guess, for more than 40 years. From children to adults. from beginners to professionals. I used to teach math, but I went to school to teach history. Very interesting. Good. No more math. History is very interesting. So you might be really interested what happens to the pyramids now from Egypt. When we see all this stuff, history books have to be rewritten. Let's see what they find out. But I think they should have known this before, not just now. But probably they only share this knowledge right now. Like the military, they have a lot of more knowledge than the public knows. And only when it's time to let the public know, then they share the stuff. So let me share a triple genie. If ever share what they, so I work in the PC. Wonderful, wonderful. In the PC games development, such a creative thing. I'm a 3D character artist. Wow, congratulations, good. When you look in my archive and look for Hyperflight, there was the creator was Louis Fitzjohn from the United Kingdom. He created also a PC game. It's called Hyperflight, and we made an interview and we introduced the game. So when you have some time, you can look in my archive for Hyperflight. Yes, and I think it's good once in a while to share what we do, because when people see this, good to know, I have a question, and this is a good marketing for us. Most people can share so many things when people only knew. And when you tell them, sometimes they can't even believe, because I cannot believe this. When I tell people what I made in my life, they say, you are crazy. This is a lie. They can't imagine this. But when you have your family and your friends, and they knew what you were doing, they can confirm it. It's always just about believing. When you say something and the other person doesn't believe, you can do whatever you want. There are people still that say nobody visited the moon. The earth is flat. If they are not ready to understand, they have no belief. What will you do when someone has no belief? This is ignorance. People should be willing to learn. And exactly, sometimes our story can be a motivation for others. Exactly. Absolutely. I was a soldier for many years, but now I'm a coach driver. What does a coach driver do? I also designed many video games in the 90s. Wow, incredible. Look, isn't this interesting? Vladislav, the Russian name that starts with B, what is in reality a V. When I saw your comment today, I said, I didn't store the long name. And I said, I put my Google translator and I translated. I said, this must be Vladislav. But let's confirm first. And then I saw, Vladislav. So I said, okay. Then I wrote, you must be Vladislav. So I made my research before. So he worked in PC games. And now here, KFG made the same thing in the 90s. And this is the interesting stuff. We dive a little deeper. There are so many people here on YouTube. They have no avatar. They have a fake name. And they just trolling around. Imagine, they don't let themselves be alive. They hide themselves. What does it cost you when you say, I made PC games in the 90s? Do you lose something with it? Nothing at all. Yes, the B at the beginning is a V. We have to know this. I will never write something without making my research. I won't fall into this trap. It's better you make your research. If not, keep your mouth shut. Before talking nonsense or a lie or offend someone, better say nothing. Yes, this is the good stuff when we ask in between the chat members. I like this when there's when there comes a connection. Beautiful. This is the network that only comes when we tell something. What did you do? I made this. Interesting. Now I have a question. This is so we can grow. We all experienced so much in our life. We are so full of experiences. We are full of experiences, and it's hard to remember what we all, when we become 70, 80, 90 years old, imagine what people have done. A single person is so creative. What one person only made in his life. Oh, this is super productive. And sometimes we do not even know what our fathers and mothers made. Okay, we know a lot of things, but not everything. And when they die, we will never know. And every person has such a big amount of experiences. Yes, when 3D took off, it was hard to compete. There's hundreds of people who work on a single game. I imagine this. Probably AI will help a little. Not yet now, but probably in the future. And the competition between AI is quite high. And there are so many companies that try to push AI, and we already can see the results. Some you get paid versions, and Google makes at the moment a lot of things for free. They are big. They will destroy the market. This is the biggest company. And they say, what is law? There was AI in the 90s. But it was already, yes, these were the starts. These days I got a little more involved with Gemini to see what it can do and so on. And it's amazing. And even the graphic solutions become better and better. But I'm still not an AI fan. I hate these videos. The text is written by AI, voice over AI. And the video clips, whether it's from a library bought, what has nothing to do with the clip, or AI generated, this is so fake. This is so fake. It seems reasonable, but there's no soul. The text is okay. The voiceover is flat. No emotions. Sometimes even a lot of mistakes inside. And just to create a video, we need some movement. And then just to create a video. But there's still people watching all this stuff. But there are also a lot of people complaining. Today, I think games are not games. They are simulations. Really, this might be. I think we came so far that we can just simulate a game. You give some, this is possible, and this is possible. You give some marks, and in between these marks, the simulation runs. Pyotr Mamonov, never heard of it. It's mesmerizing and unique. Let me make a screenshot. Thanks for the information. This is good. In a stream, we have access to so many new information. And who is in the stream has the profit, has the benefit. So all these that are yet now in the stream, they can enjoy. Mixing games with AI and virtual reality will be a frightening thing. People won't ever want to leave. Yes, when they make it with the VR glasses, what seems so real, you create a new reality. And this becomes a replacement from the boring room. I am here, there's the screen from my computer, there are the books, there are some cables, and now I put on the VR glasses and I switch my universe. The sound is good. The main senses, our eyes, VR glasses. The sound, 8D, and then we dive in a complete new world. And we get adapted to this. This is the problem. People don't want to leave their simulations. We become addicted to these simulations. Then people come from work, put on their glasses, the controller, and then I have to eat something and continue. Just a small pizza in the oven. Once I had the possibility to look through VR glasses. This was amazing. This really, when there is everything moving, we think we are moving ourselves. So this this destroys the internal horizon. So I'm falling, but I'm not falling. But it creates this sensation. I guess we have a setback in global culture right now. Yes, we are going very far. The problem is, can we still digest all this? Are we capable to digest all this? Because this happens so quickly. Imagine 200 years ago, people were nearly living like 1,000 years ago. But now the evolution is so quickly, the technical improvement is so quickly, it will surpass our capacity to digest all this, and people become crazy. I think there is a big risk. Yes, KFG, you are so right. When we are a little involved, we know that this is generated. But there are a lot of people that are not that much involved. They think this is the truth. And sometimes they are so well produced, they seem real. They really seem real. And a lot of people think this is real. We create a fake reality. And media loves to create a fake reality. It started with video editing. You film a crime scene and you completely distort the subject. Or war scenes. What are they doing with the Ukrainian war? It's just manipulation. There are always lies, full of lies. Everything is changing so fast. Culture can't reflect all of these. And culture can't go along. Look, and KFG, you mentioned one name, but it's not just this person. He is just the speaker. He is just the speaker. All these attorneys, consultants behind. This is the danger. But politics love to have a bad sheep. When something goes wrong, chase the bad sheep, and then we start new. But these are the same people. The black sheep, not the bad. Yeah, the bad sheep is the black sheep. Are you all subscribed? Did you all share a like? The key to achieving balance is reflections. Yes, absolutely. Take your time, reflect. Reflect on yourself, reflect on that what you think seems to be reality. Reflect and double reflect. The feedback, only the feedback can save us. The reflection can save us. I shared a lot of videos, not a lot of, but some videos on narcissism, a widespread phenomenon. These are people that don't reflect. They lost their identity and they just work like a program. And interesting, they all work in the same way. Probably this is the only way that lets them work to have their system. But this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. And they destroy lives. The lives of others, from their partners, from families, from children. And I shared some videos because I thought this is a very important topic. I have to share something, at least to make a wake-up call. Yeah, they only operate. They only operate. They have their own operating system. They think they make no mistakes, but they're making the biggest mistakes. And as a final result, they are not living. And why are they not living? Because they have no more feelings. They don't reflect. They have no more feelings. They have no more emotions. And they separated the essential part of a human being. Sometimes even animals have more feelings than these people. They are completely destroyed inside. Yes, this is the problem. The next video that I share, I think this will be uploaded tomorrow. It's already, it's already online just for members. The title is The Secret Gifts of an Empath. And why are empaths so powerful? So from tomorrow on, I think nearly 12 a.m. It will be online for public. And this is very interesting. Empathy is something that we learn over time, like any other skill. And this brings us to the real human qualities. And this makes life a fulfilled life, a life with satisfaction. Glad I was able to catch the stream for a little bit. Here's some good ideas, but I have to say goodbye. Thank you so much that you shared the stream for a while. I try to catch the next one. Yes, this was the best time. You brought a lot of good ideas. There will be a next stream for sure. It's a group of people operating in a continuous Dunning-Kruger effect as well. Arrogance can be fine occasionally, but living... Yes. Okay, we have to know our self-worth. And we can't accept everything. So sometimes we have to decide and go our way, and other people should reflect. But this always depends on the balance. When we go in the future and fighting against others, ignoring others, then we are on the wrong way. Yeah, and the willingness to learn. The willingness to learn. And when people think they can't laugh because they lost the way to laugh, but they still can learn it. But it needs the will to learn it again. The intent. When I didn't focus on my feelings and I feel lost, and I realize that something goes wrong in my life, But when I don't reflect and just continue, then it's too late. When there's a will, we can always change. But this needs respect and communication. Sometimes a teacher that can help, but only the student that wants to learn. When someone doesn't want to learn the piano, you have no chance. He is not able to learn. He doesn't make his homework. There's no magic pill. When I swallow the pill, then I can play the piano. If it would be that easy. But it is not. So when someone does not want to learn the piano, you can go to the best teacher ever. No chance. On the other hand, the teacher mustn't be that good. But when you really want to learn, then you make it nearly on your own. Sometimes a hint in a while, but you don't need the teacher. It's good to have a shortcut, but learning is an inside job. And this does not only give when you want to learn the piano. It goes for all other instruments too. Any other skill. And this goes for love, for emotions. You have no empathy, you can learn empathy when you want. And life becomes so much better. This is what I tell in my video tomorrow. I tell it already, but just for members. There are a lot of interesting ways where an empath can have benefits through empathy. These are really secret gifts or sacred gifts. Yes, we make this dream according to the title. Let's mastermind now. Share some knowledge, exchange some knowledge. Beautiful. You are the stream. You are the stream. Absolutely. Absolutely. That animals have empathy as well. Who has a dog, who has a cat, who has a hamster, who has a bird, they know this. When we are in contact to the animals. And I'm sure not even animals, also plants, but trees, bushes, mushrooms, they have also empathy, but they share it on a completely different level. They have their own communications. Dolphins, whales. Probably even ants. In their way, we don't know it. But when someone studies ants, he might find that they act with empathy in certain ways also. Any living being. And I include also the plants. And we can even bring it a little further. We could say any physical object. That would include also stones. What is the empathy of a stone? You can't compare it with the empathy of a human being. But Who knows? The empathy of a water molecule, of an ozone molecule, oxygen molecule. This stretches our mind. But I think as long as we don't know that they can have it, we should say they can have it. As long as we don't have the proof that they don't have empathy, we should say they might have this. Otherwise, we are quite ignorant. They don't have it. Just because I can't see it, I decide they don't have it. This is ignorance. I don't know how much empathy is in this water. And when I drink the water, it becomes my blood, my muscles, my nerve cells, my eyesight. Is there still an empathy from the dinosaurs inside? In 1,000 years' time, we'll be able to talk to animals. I think we can do it earlier. We don't need 1,000 years. I think this goes quicker than we think. And some people, they already do it. Absolutely. Then we will realize how horrible we have been to them. Yeah, these are inferior beings. We can make what we want. They have no soul. They have nothing. Just crawling creatures. We can eat them. We can make what we want. Okay, nature was always like this. The smaller fish will be eaten by the bigger fish. The rabbit will be eaten by the lion. In nature, this also happens. But we can eat animals. But we should be grateful. We should be aware that when they lose their life and they continue their life through us, we should at least be grateful for this. And therefore, when we eat, we should make a prayer. We should be grateful, not that we have something to eat, also that this plant, this animal, lost their life and continues his life through us. Vladislav, what a pleasure that you joined the stream. You were so long in the stream. The same as Untold. Thank you so much for bringing your thoughts and you were enriching the stream with your awareness. And I feel this. The stream is so much stronger with you, with your cooperation, with your awareness. It was really nice to hang out with you all. Yes, absolutely. Good luck. Good night. Sleep well. Wonderful dreams. Even if you don't remember them today. But you will have them. The weekend is coming. Good things are coming. You are absolutely welcome too. Thank you. So let's see who else is still in the stream. I lose a little control. There are still some people in the stream. A nice hello would be wonderful. One person is me because I have my controller. So one person, I have to subtract one person. So there are still 5 people Who are you? Just a small hello that I know to whom I am talking to. Or are these only bots? Just bots from YouTube? But I think when they develop the platform, they can even let bots enter the stream without being recognized by the viewer counter. They might be able to do this. KFG, I have to go now as well. No problem. Thank you also for being present in the stream, for sharing your awareness, your good vibes. Some good topics tonight. Yes, absolutely. Take care, everyone. Let's see. When probably we already find the natural end of the stream. We had so much good topics. We nearly can't top the topics. Oh yes, sometimes when I want to end the stream, there come more and more VIP guests, and then I make another half an hour and another hour. Stream addicted. Stream addiction. By the way, who is watching? Can you give me a confirmation about the quality, about the picture and the audio quality? That would be good to know, because for me everything seems fine, but I can't judge from my side. So a feedback about the technical side would be really appreciated. And we are still orbiting planet Earth. The blue, you see the blue planet? This is the blue planet. We are still in orbit. And we are orbiting from our space kitchen. A stream without a question is no stream. And the question normally comes from the viewers. But some people just come and go and come and go and come and go. So let me give some minutes. If someone still is writing the question, so I should give a little time to you. But the stream was full of good ideas. When we end the stream now, there's no problem. The stream was already worth it. Okay, no more questions. Let me complete some seconds that we have 1 hour and 30 minutes. This is a good length. We have the countdown. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 hour and 30 minutes. This is a good exit point. Thank you so much for visiting the stream. Next time I will be glad that you join quickly, and have a wonderful weekend. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Asks YouTube, and I say, okay, bye.